my loves, and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten and we are doing the TBR game for August. Hello, we've already been interrupted, hang on. We have Hermione, she's already come by to say hello. But yes, we're doing the TBR game for August and we have an updated board game. I'm really happy with the updates on this. We no longer have 2 different routes to go around, so no punishment if I don't finish my TBR. We have an addition of a couple of bridges, think like snakes and ladders, but without the snakes. And I've also updated some of the prompts, so it just feels really good. I think the revamp was really needed. I feel refreshed and excited to use it. So yeah, that's the board, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be rolling a 12-sided dice, and the idea is that I roll it as many times as it takes to get to my cottage, picking up prompts along the way. Nice and simple. I do have one book I need to read for the month, which is The Red Winter by Cameron Sullivan. This is the Discord book club pick for August, so if you'd like to join in, feel free. Discord is linked below for you. But I'm so excited for that book. I read the synopsis recently and I'm like, damn. That is a good book. I don't know why it wasn't on my radar beforehand, but it sounds absolutely amazing. I do have a copy ordered. I should have waited for it to arrive to film this video, but it's fine. Yeah, that's it really. That's all the intro stuff out of the way. I think we should just get straight into rolling because I have attempted to do this intro like 4 times now and I just keep tripping up on words. I'm still getting back into the habit of filming again, so thanks for bearing with me, but let's just get straight into roll number 1. All right, what are the dice gods gonna give me? Honestly, sometimes this game is brutal and I just get loads of 1s and 2s, but let's see. First roll is honestly out of shot, and hilariously, I think I jinxed myself because why do I have a 1? I truly jinxed myself with this one, didn't I? Starting off with a 1, I mean, it's hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious, but number 1 is a Kindle book. Oh, I've just realised my ghost is behind all of the words. Anyway, a Kindle book for roll number 1. For that, I actually don't know. We actually should probably scroll through my Kindle. I'm not sure what I've got. Like, I deliberately put this prompt on square 1 because I was like, it's not too often I'm going to roll a 1 straight off the bat, but at least it helps me work on my Kindle TBR, which honestly is a little bit out of hand. Good God, I don't even know what I want to read. I mean, I've got a few different options. So on the TBR, we've got a recent one, which was The Bone Raiders by Jackson Ford. This sounds just really interesting and fun. We've got Molka by Monica Kim. I really want to read this one, but maybe it could be a Discord book club pick for October. I did put it forward for September and it didn't win. September we're reading Japanese Gothic, which I'm really excited about. So I might try again for October. And then if it doesn't get chosen, I think I'm going to read it anyway in October. So I'm going to save that one. I have The Antiquarian's Object of Desire. I have been meaning to read that one for a while. I've got some romantasy. So we've got When the Moon Hatched, Fourth Wing. Oh, actually, do I go with Fourth Wing? Because my sister really likes that book and she has been asking me to read it for absolutely ages. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go with Fourth Wing. Like, who thought we would do that straight away? I think the other option, I'm going to have a backup option. The other option would be The Hungry Dark by Jen Williams, which is a thriller. And I like Jen Williams as an author. They also wrote the Ninth Reign series. So, okay, we're going to have 2 options. Hopefully by the end of the video, I would have decided which one I'm in the mood for. I think it depends how the rest of the prompts go. I didn't expect that for the first roll. But okay, let's roll again. Give me a high number, come on. All right, that's not too bad. I feel like I've not zoomed this camera in at all. I am so out of habit of doing stuff, but that is a 9, which is much better. 9 spaces this time, which is a little bit better. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Honestly, so close to being able to go over the bridge, and I really need to put this ghost in front of everything. So, prompt 2 is a cozy book. I don't know. I haven't read a cozy book in ages. I guess we're gonna have to go through the shelves of what cozy books do I actually have. Okay, so straight off the bat on this shelf, the only thing that's actually unread is this book, and that is not cozy. The one that comes to mind when I think cozy, God, it's kind of tucked out the way. The 3rd book in the Wayfarer series, A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. So that is automatically what comes to mind when I think cozy. I don't know if I've got anything else. Technically, T. Kingfisher is a cozy author for me, and I was reading Clockwork Boys, but I kind of soft DNF'd it a couple months ago, just because I wasn't feeling it at the time. And I do kind of want to read this. I have recently read a T. Kingfisher book, but it was a horror one. So maybe this could work. I mean, technically it's not an actual cozy book. T. Kingfisher is a very comforting author for me, so I feel like it fulfills the prompt in that way. Otherwise, I do have some Danmei that I feel like could potentially be cozy. With the Disabled Tyrant's Beloved Pet Fish, I feel like this could be such a silly one. So I feel like potentially, but I don't know if it's actually cozy. And then again, we've got some manga options, but manga's something I want to just mood read throughout the month. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is get you to choose, because I don't really know what I want. So we've got A Closed Uncommon Orbit, which is a sci-fi cozy series, the third book in the Wayfarer series, so it would be continuing a series for me, which, you know, I should definitely get on with that. I've been meaning, why do I have a random... Wait. Do I have this in the wrong order? This is the second one. Hang on, let me get the third one. I had them in the wrong order on my shelf. That's embarrassing. Anyway, so we've got Record of a Spaceborne Few, which is book 3 in the Wayfarer series. I do like this series. It's very cozy sci-fi, and I feel like each book so far has been really interesting. Like, they follow different sets of characters. In this one, we are following Tessa, who chose to stay at home when her brother Ashby left for the stars, but has to question that decision when her position in the fleet is threatened. We also have Kip, a reluctant young apprentice, itches for change but doesn't know where to find it, and Sawyer, a lost and lonely newcomer, is just looking for a place to belong. What is the purpose of a ship that has reached its destination? That sounds really good. That actually does sound awesome. So that is one option. And then the other option is Clockwork Boys by T. Kingfisher, which is the start of the Clockator duology, but also the start of the Temple of the White Rat series, which is an overarching series that has lots of little series within it. So I treat it as one big series, but I've never actually read book 1. Like I say, I started it, I got up to chapter 4, page 49, and I didn't stop because I wasn't enjoying it. I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which one you think I should be reading. I honestly want to read both, so I don't really know which one. I've been putting both of them off as well, so yeah, let me know which one you think I should prioritise. Now we're going to roll again. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit more, so hopefully it's a bit more clear. Honestly, I am so rusty when it comes to filming at the minute. But we have, oh, okay, a 6. Not too shabby. 6 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bright cover. Okay, very open prompt. I don't know what I'm feeling to read at the minute, so I think then we're just going to have a rummage and see what covers I've got that are nice and bright. I'm coming to realise that I have a really good problem in a way, in that I don't actually have many books left on my TBR to read. It's actually, the majority of it is manga, which I mood read that and I read it so blimmin' quickly. I mean, this one, I wouldn't really say that's bright. I mean, it kind of is when you think like the red on it, but do I want a more historical lean in? I feel like this is going to be quite a slow book to read. I don't know if I want that. I mean, my Miss Marple books are nice and bright. The only one I've got left is Nemesis. That's on my TBR. But initially I was trying to do this in order, like publication order, and I am missing a couple before this one. So, I don't know, I guess that's a contender. If I can't find anything, that is our backup. You know, part of me is just coming back to this one because I think it's going to be a lot of fun and it is quite bright. Actually, do I have any other light novels? I do really want to start reading the light novel of The Otherworld books Depend on the Bean Counter. And we do have like some pink here. not very bright. The other option would be the Apothecary Diaries light novel. Again, this is a light novel I've been wanting to read for a while. I would say this had probably got more colour. This one has more colour than the Bean Counter one. Which of the two looks brighter? You know, realistically, it's this one with all the green and stuff, but I also, you know, the fish is a bright colour. Which one do I do? This is a new story to me. This is a story I've already consumed in manga and anime, but I want to see what the differences are. Like, I love it. You know what? Fine. We're going to do it. We're going to go with this one. So for prompt number 3, we're going to go with Apothecary Diaries Light Novel Volume 1. I do love Apothecary Diaries so much. I wasn't expecting to read the light novel this soon. I was going to wait a couple more months, to be honest, but I don't know what I'm waiting for because I absolutely love this. Like I say, I've watched the anime. I have read the manga up to volume 9. I really can't wait to read this. I really want to get all of the inner thoughts of Mao Mao, and there is some gorgeous artwork in here. Like, it is just so good. And this is like a mystery series as well, because Mao Mao is basically like Sherlock Holmes in the way that she deduces things. So it says on the back, a palace servant trained in herbal medicine finds herself at the heart of imperial intrigue in this enthralling period mystery. And I do absolutely love this series. So I'm really intrigued to see what the anime and the manga is actually based on. Like, this came first, so yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm happy. That is so good. Okay, I'm really liking how this TBR is shaping up, to be honest, but I could do with some bigger rolls, or if we get a 5, then I get to go across the bridge. So, you know, and I do have a prompt for manga. Like, as much as I've been saying I don't want to put manga on my TBR, that's because I've got specific prompts for manga. And outside of that, I like to mood read. I like to just pick it up when I'm feeling like it. It's not something I plan out what I want to read sort of thing. I'm over explaining. Let's go roll. Roll number, I think we're on 4 now. Let's see. Ooh, okay. That was out of shot, but we didn't get the 5, but we did get an 11. So I feel like that makes up for it, because that's a really high number. 11's good. It's not the 5 I wanted, but 11 is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no. A colour wheel. Oh no. I don't know why I keep these random prompts in here. See, these random chaos prompts are prompts that my partner gave. Anything that is A to Z generator, colour wheel, anything that involves spinning a wheel is my partner's prompts. That's his additions to this, because he is chaos incarnate and I am not. But okay, we're just gonna do it. I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do a generic colour wheel, and we're not gonna say that it has to be primarily that colour, we're just gonna say it has to have a little bit of that colour on it. And you know what, I would like a red to come up, because Red Winter, pretty sure Red Winter has red on the cover, right? Imagine, yeah, it does, it's got red writing. So let's hope a red comes up, but let me grab a colour wheel. We have a colour wheel. Let's spin. I'm really hoping for red. I really want red. Come on, can't. What? White. Okay, white is on a pink background, but actually white works as well. All right, you know what? I am not unhappy with that. White also works for The Red Winter by Cameron Sullivan, because this is primarily a white cover. So actually, the spinner wheel worked in my favour. Let me get up the synopsis for this book because I'm so excited for it. Like, genuinely, this was a book that I just completely overlooked. I wasn't that intrigued in, and the synopsis sounds exactly like my kind of thing, so I don't know why I had skipped it, you know? Or like overlooked it. Synopsis, please. Okay, so we've got a devastating love story, a bewitching twist on history, a blood-drenched hunt for purpose, power, and redemption. That sounds delicious. Okay, so we've got, in 1785, Professor Sebastian Grave receives the news he fears most. The terrible beast of Givaudan, I should look up that pronunciation, has returned, and the French countryside runs red in its wake. Sebastian knows the beast. A monster slayer with centuries of experience, he joined the hunt for the creature 20 years ago and watched it slaughter its way through a long and bloody winter. With the help of Saramodel, the demon he plays host to, bringing the monster down nearly cost him his life. Now, 2 decades later, Sebastian has been recalled to the hunt by Antonio Anvel Diocra. I need to get my pronunciation sorted because this is a lot of French and my pronunciation is awful. An estranged lover who shares a dark history with the beast and a terrible secret with Sebastian. Drawn by both chance to finish the beast for good and the promise of reconciliation with Antonio, Sebastian cannot refuse. Oh, it sounds so good. It sounds so good. How have I slept on this? I mean, I know it's a new release, but how has it escaped my notice? Like, I am genuinely so excited for this. So, okay, perfect. Color wheel, I was stressed about it, but actually it worked in my favor. So that's really good. Okay, we're gonna roll again. We're up to what? Roll number 5 now. Hopefully we only need 1 or 2 more and then we're done. And this is a really good TBR, but I guess we're gonna find out. Did I just jinx myself? Maybe. Please don't let me have jinxed myself. Come on. Ooh, okay, that literally, I can't roll for anything right now, but we got a 7. That's decent. We can work with a 7. They do say it's lucky number 7, so let's see. I don't know, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Danmei. Yep, that's lucky. We're good with that. I'm gonna go get the Danmei I keep going back to. Out of the Danmei I thought I was going to be reading in the month of August, I honestly thought I was going to be reading Heaven's Official Blessing, because this is one that I have been eyeing up for a while. It's been really recommended. So many people love this Danmei. It's also got an anime series I've watched the first 2 episodes of, but didn't continue because I'm like, actually, I kind of want to read this first. But I have kept going back to The Disabled Tyrant's Beloved Pet Fish. So I think this is the one we're going to have to do, to be quite honest. I may still get to this one in the month, you never know, but yeah, this is the one I'm going to go with. Honestly, I picked this one up because of the title. The title is so silly and I can't wait. I think this is going to be really ridiculous, but let me read the back to you. So, he's the perfect catch. When Li Yu falls asleep reading a web novel about a ruthless mute tyrant falling in love with a dainty male concubine, he doesn't expect to wake up inside the world of the novel, especially not as a fish. Li Yu soon finds himself adopted as Prince Jing's pet carp, tasked by a less than helpful magic system with preventing the prince from becoming a cruel tyrant. If he can accomplish this mission, Li Yu will regain his human form. Yet how can he succeed from inside a fish bowl? It sounds so silly. Honestly, it really does. I think I'm going to love this. I think it is going to be utterly ridiculous. So yeah, and just look at how gorgeous this artwork is. It is stunning. That is honestly one of the reasons why I love Danmei, is because you just get gorgeous artwork throughout the novels. And also, I love Danmei. I love it. For anyone that doesn't know what Danmei is, by the way, it's Chinese boys' love stories, and I have been eating it up. I have read so many this year, and it's just been a new love. Like, I genuinely find them so entertaining. Like, some of them are stressful, some of them are just really, really fun. Like, I just genuinely find them so good. So yeah. Okay, this has been added to the TBR. This is such a good TBR. I am so happy with it. But okay, we need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or higher, and then we're done. We can do that. We can definitely get a 5 or higher. We can do this. Is this going to be the last roll for August? Let's find out. It is! Oh my god, okay. We got an 8. Also, I am so sorry that all of my dice rolls have been out of shot. I am really bad at this. Oh, you know what I should get? A dice tray, and then it's all in one plate. Yeah, I will do that before the next TBR video, but for the last roll, we got an 8. We got an 8. I am so excited because that does take us all the way to the cottage. And you know what? Normally, I don't have to choose a prompt. Like, if I've made it here, I've skipped over all the prompts, but do I just add in an extra one? Do we just go with anything? I don't know. I feel like I really want a summer slasher. I don't know what it is, but I'm really feeling, I mean, probably because Summerween is everywhere right now, and I'm really feeling a summer horror. And the one that I've got on my TBR, let me grab it. So this is not a slasher at all. Honestly, this angle, what am I doing? A little bit better maybe? I'm not as in your face. But yeah, Lost in the Garden, it's not a slasher by any, or at least I don't think so. It's also a book I started reading and then gave up with, and I did this last year. Was the writing for me? I couldn't quite get into it, but I really want to give it another try this year, and I know if I don't do it in August, I'm never going to get round to reading it. Like, it's just gonna sit there, and then eventually I'm just gonna unhaul it because I'll be like, well, I still haven't read you. So this is definitely one I want to read. There's also a couple others that I'm really curious about. So like Heads Will Roll, that's a book that I've been hearing a lot of hype with. So I recently started following the Pastel Bookshelf, and I really love her videos. I found her through Sinead. Both of them are amazing YouTubers, absolutely love them. Amazing for horror content. And also Pastel Bookshelf, is her name, I want to say Carly, but I could totally have that wrong. I'm so sorry if I do. I will put correction up on the screen. But she also does loads of thrillers, and I've literally only watched 2 videos, but I'm also already obsessed. So yeah, loving it. And this is one that there's loads of noise. You probably couldn't even hear that, but it was distracting for me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Heads Will Roll. This is actually a book that both of them recommended. And so I'm like, you know what, it would be fun. So I may just pick up a random slasher, maybe just go out to my local library and have a little rummage and see what I can find there. If you have any recommendations for some really fun, silly summer slashers, let me know, or just ones that you really enjoyed. Put those in the comments below, because I really am looking for that sort of vibe, and I feel like that's what's missing from my TBR, is a little bit of summer horror, summer thrillers. So put your recommendations below, and then I will definitely go and see if my library has some, because that is definitely what I want. For reading plans with all of this, I do have one vlog which I'm really scared, excited, but also scared to do, which is I am contemplating doing the one where I swap phone time for reading time, and I'm scared because I'm always on my phone. Like, it is a constant thing with me, so I know I'm going to get loads read, and I do plan to go to my library during that video as well to pick up a couple. That's something I've been doing, is I have been going to the library like every couple weeks and just getting out some books. So like currently, you're actually sat on top of some library books. Hang on. Currently, I have these 2 out from the library. I've got The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, because I've never read a Freida McFadden. I have been influenced. There is this guy that I've been watching on Instagram Reels, and he really likes, as he dubs her, Auntie Freida. And I was like, you know what, let me just see if my library has one. And they did, they have The Housemaid. So I'm gonna give this one a try. There's also the film isn't there. So I think if I like this, I can give the film a watch. And then I also got out All's Well by Mona Awad. This is a book that I have been wanting to read for a while. I just haven't. And you know, we'll see if I get round to it in time before these gotta go back, but definitely gonna be reading this one soon. I actually want to pick it up next week, I'm thinking. Yeah, I really want to read this one soon. Yeah, so I've been really enjoying going to my library. So I think I'm definitely going to do that. So I think we're going to add that on at the end, is I want some library picks. We're going to add this as a tentative maybe to the TBR, because I do want to give it another go. This one, I didn't even say what it was. Oh my God. Like an old wives' tale, like a piece of wisdom passed down through generations which no one questioned or even thought too hard about, like folklore. It was just something everyone knew, a rule to be followed. Don't go to Almonby. And we follow 3 different girls, and they end up going to Almonby for different reasons. And there are like these zombie-like creatures going on. Like there's been something that's happened where people are like zombie-like. I don't know, I really want to like this because I love the cover, and there was a lot of hype for this book, but I just didn't really get on with the writing. So I do want to give it another try. But like I say, I also just want more summer horrors, summer thrillers in general. So please put your recommendations below. Any thrillers and horrors that you really liked that you think I should definitely try and look for in my library, do that, because then they will be featured, or at least me looking for them. Hopefully my library has a couple of them during the next vlog. That's my plan. That's what I would like to do. Whether the vlog ends up being the swapping screen time for reading time idea, I don't know. I guess we'll find out if I'm just going to chicken out of that idea, but it will, regardless, we will definitely go to my library during the video and look for some of those recommendations that you put. But yeah, okay, I think it's time to go over what the TBR has actually given me though. and also sit in a more comfy position because my legs are going numb. For the books that we're going to be reading, I still haven't chosen which Kindle book I'm going to go for. I think we're going to go with Fourth Wing because my sister does love it. So yeah, I'm going to read it for her and hopefully I like it. Hopefully, because she really does love that series and hopefully I do. We're gonna see. The reason why I'm slightly intrigued is because I liked Direbound by Sable Sorensen, and people do say that that book was basically Fourth Wing but with direwolves. And what I know of Fourth Wing is just, well, kind of what everyone's been saying on the internet, which is we're following a character whose mum is somebody in the military, and the main character we're following thought that she would just be in the admin side of things because she does have some form of disability, I think. But her mum goes, no daughter of mine is going to be like that, and throws her into the physical trials and stuff. And it's trials to get a dragon. Really brutal trials. Ends up killing a lot of people that go through it and stuff. And it's all to be part of this military. And there's some romance in there, and yeah, I just know that she absolutely loves it. Loads of people love it. It's very, very popular. I have it on Kindle. It's time to try it. So that is going to be the first book. Then we landed on Cozy. Oh yes, and that is the one that you need to choose for me, please, because I just don't know. Both of them are continuing series and they're both cozy. So you're gonna have to let me know which one I should go for. Do I go for cozy sci-fi with Record of a Spaceborne Few, or do we go with Clockwork Boys and this one being like fantasy, bit of romance, funny characters, comforting writing? Technically this is an actual cozy book, so this one fits the prompt better, but as I said, T. Kingfisher is a comforting author for me, so it works. Let me know which one out of those two. Then we've got, for bright cover, I feel like I'm doing all of this really weird. Normally I sit here, I'm getting myself all flustered. Okay, but we've got, for bright cover, we've got Apothecary Diaries Light Novel Volume 1. I am so excited to read this one. Then we had Colour Wheel, which we're going to be reading the Discord book club pick for that, which is The Red Winter. I'm really excited for this one. I think out of everything, I think that one is a guaranteed 5-star read. Like, factually, I just think it's going to be 5 stars. I am so excited for it. For Danmei, we've got The Disabled Tyrant's Pet Fish. I think this is just going to be really fun, really silly. I think it's going to be great. I don't expect it to be 5 stars, but I do expect to have just a hilarious time with this book. And then we have anything I want. Like I say, I am thinking about Lost in the Garden, but also any summer thriller horror recommendations to add to this, because while I am very happy with this TBR, I think it's a nice mix. We've got some romantasy, we've got some cozy book, we've got some Danmei and stuff. Like, it's a good mix, but I do want some more summer horror and thrillers, and that is something I am drastically lacking in my shelves. Honestly, I can't wait to go on a book buying spree and just revamp my TBR, because I feel like I mean, it's great, I am getting the TBR down, but it feels like slim pickings at the minute, which it's not. My TBR is at what, 70 something books, but half of that, actually over half of that, I think like 40 odd of that is manga. So it is kind of slim pickings from the rest of like actual novels and stuff. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to go on a bit of a book buying splurge. Like, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to. Not for a couple months yet, but I am going to. So yeah, so please put your recommendations so I can use my library. I'm using my library a lot more because my TBR feels... So this is the thing, right? We're gonna go on a quick random tangent at the end of this video because why not? I should actually just save this for a vlog, but too late. If you want to go, thank you so much for being here. Like, truly, I appreciate you so much. And let me know, what book should I be reading? What are you going to be reading in the month of August? Like, all the usual things. But for anyone that wants to listen to the tangent, do you ever feel like, yes, you want to get your TBR down? Like, realistically, I do. When my TBR was sitting at over 100, I found it a little bit stressful. I'm like, oh my God, I need to get these books read and things like this. And now it's getting lower. I'm now going in the opposite direction, going, but I don't have anything to read. I don't have anything to choose from. Doing this TBR game, I'm like, what do I choose? I don't have anything to choose. And I do, but like, I just feel like I don't, which is, it doesn't make any sense, does it? That actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, that makes no sense. Am I okay? No, not really. Honestly, no. But I mean, it's fun and it gives me an excuse to go book buy. And so again, if you have any recommendations for just books in general that you think I'm going to like, please put them in the comments below. I am compiling a list of what I want to buy when I can get there. I am checking my library first. I mentioned this in the last vlog video that I did, that I am using my library more, that I am wanting to check my library for things. So if I can get it from my library, I will get it from there. I won't go out my way to buy it unless I love it. But if I can't get it from my library, I really want to add it to my home library. I just want to have more options. So please, any recommendations from any genre really, put them in the comments. I can have a little look at synopses and stuff and I can add them to my list. But that is the end of this video. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm sorry, this has just been a chaotic mess. It is really hot. Why I then decided to go with a long sleeve top for today, I don't know. I'm like a mess. I'm sweaty, my hair is a mess, I've got things to do, I need to get ready for work, but I've had so much fun with this. Like, it's been chaotic, but I've had really good fun. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, but it is time to go. So thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do consider giving it that thumbs up, subscribing and commenting. My social media links, Discord, everything is always linked below for you, plus anyone that I mention in any videos. Everything is there for you. And yeah, I will catch you in the very next video.